Hi everyone, Victor here. How's everybody doing? Yeah, long time no see. I've been away from YouTube from a while now. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys about TinyJS, which is a small library that I created to create HTML elements. I quite like writing vanilla JavaScript, but I don't like the way it's standard way of creating HTML elements. Let me show what I mean. If I want to create a post element, I have an example here, so I'm just gonna use it. So my post is now a div element. Okay, so in order for me to attach properties to it, I have to do it one by one. Post.id is equal to my post.class name is equal to no class list, class name is equal to posts, post.inner text is equal to, this is my first post, okay, and then I can just attach that, body.append post. Okay, so this is how you create HTML elements using JavaScript. What TinyJS does is it creates a function for each HTML tag. For instance, div, in this case, is gonna be post div. This is my first post, and I can just append that document body append post. Yeah, so I have the same div as before, but I don't have any IDs or class names. So what I can do is, when creating a div element, the first argument can be an object, and inside this object I can define all the properties that I want all at once. In ID, for instance, is post 0, and class name is posts. Okay, so I can just append this now, document.body.append post. So now I have two divs, but one has the ID and the class, the other one doesn't. This one doesn't, this one does. And the cool thing about TinyJS is that this ability to pass up the props to the element, you can just pass a nested props. This is useful for doing this, for instance. Okay, so let's create a post again, and instead of class name post, let's pass a class name tooltip. This is my first post, and I also want to define a data set, which is another object, so nested objects. So this one, it's gonna be tooltip post, and if I just append that, I can just hover the mouse over the div, and it's gonna use the tooltip data to create like a tooltip, right? This one comes from the CSS. Okay, so over here I have some CSS files. So I have a class tooltip which gets the content from the data set. So this is how you get how do you access data inside the element in CSS. You just use the attribute function and you access the data set. In this case, it's going to be data dash the name of the property that you want. In this case, we use tooltip, right? I mean, we can inspect the elements. Yeah, so data tooltip is going to be the content that shows on my hover element. Yeah, I think this is quite cool, especially because it's so tiny, as I showed you guys. I'm gonna leave the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. Go ahead. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys soon.